Transmitting live via satellite.
It's Wolftix Radio.
All right, people, check it out. Wolftix. We're here to kick it. We over here with the newness, man. It's oh my god, yo. All right, appreciate everybody who listened last session. Me with James at KBLA, and we were speaking on the Diddy distraction, as I call it, the Diddy distraction. And there's still more of the Diddy distraction because the lead prosecutor for the Diddy case is gone. She's up out of here. James Comey's daughter. She got up out of here. Trump, the DOJ, what's her name? Pam Bondi. Got her up out of here. There's a whole lot going on with that. Let's really break that down. If she was taken out, fired, another one of Trump's "you're fired" contestants, right? It's probably something else going on behind the scenes. And the reason why I say that is because they basically fumbled the case. It was a slam dunk for the most part when it comes to the feds and going after anyone on the RICO side of the game. They never pretty much fail. It's a 90% success rate, 95%, something like that. But she failed. So we'll see. I don't think this is going to affect the fact that when Diddy is sentenced, we'll see how that plays out. People are out here saying that Diddy is going to be released on October 3rd when he is sentenced. Alright, we'll see how that play out. More of the Diddy distraction. I'm cool. I'm man, just do what y'all got to do with him. But I guess the good thing is we'll see what plays out with the situation with Comey's daughter and where this leads, because in my opinion, and I know this is hip hop, this is Wolftix Radio, and we pretty much focus on hip hop, but we talk about other things too. This situation with Comey and his daughter also being involved with the Epstein situation, Trump's connections to Diddy and Epstein, very interesting. I'm also paying attention to this big beautiful bill that all of a sudden passed, and then all of a sudden there's no Epstein list according to Trump's DOJ. Very interesting, because for a minute people, even Epstein's attorney would say there was an Epstein list. Hell, I even have a copy of a flight log. So maybe there's no list, but there's definitely information. They're running game. Maybe the people within the government are being, I don't know, let's just say maybe they're being blackmailed because maybe they were on some lists. Maybe they were at some Diddy house. I don't know. Maybe some things were not supposed to be put out. Maybe Diddy is back there right now snitching. Hey, we don't know, but we shall see. Anyway, in other news, what we got here, man, with what Cameron battled ChatGPT. Okay, so for those who don't know, ChatGPT is a large language model. It's AI, and it evolves. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm listening to other people right now. They sound crazy. If you listen to their raps 5 years ago, don't sound nothing like how they sound right now. People are writing their raps with ChatGPT. Y'all gotta stop. Back day, we would grab a thesaurus, we would grab a dictionary. We would enhance our skills that way. Write our raps, get busy, do what we gotta do. I miss those days. Now you got people out here using ChatGPT to write their raps. It's hilarious. But Cameron went ahead and said, all right, I'm gonna battle ChatGPT. And yeah, he failed miserably. That boy lost like a mug. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus. What did Cameron battling ChatGPT actually, like, what does that say for rappers? I mean, his known line from the early 2000s. I'm making computers Putin. Yeah, man. He said it. He said in this rap battle, I'm known for making computers Putin. He got so mad at the battle, he said he wished he could pop that ninja. You know, ChatGPT said, claiming you get computers Putin, cold-blooded, chrome-hearted. Man, that shit's corny and drawn. How you let ChatGPT just roast you like that? Cam, bro. So in the Instagram post, Cam basically said he just had a rap battle with ChatGPT. The ninja's response was too fast, and he wish he can pop that ninja. That nigga think he know me. Oh my god, man. Bro. Yeah. I don't even want to repeat what ChatGPT said, but ChatGPT was busting on him like just some over his head, cause I'm in tech. I know about tech. He's like just over his head with it. I got circuits. I got bars. Your rhyme shine. Dim next to mine. Dad light. You snap in a battle with toddler moves. Amateur fight. Your verse is buggy. Syntax error in your flow. Debug every line. I watch your confidence blow. Like, yeah, man. You ChatGPT, you should be able to out rap ChatGPT if you've been in the game damn near 30 years, like a Cameron. That's a shame, Cam, bro. I wouldn't even said nothing. I would have just been like, all right, you could have took that to your grave, bro. Speaking of taking things to the grave, let's speak on the Clips' new album. All right, so I took just one listen. I'm so turned off by hip hop though right now, as far as the music, the industry side of the music. It's not what it used to be. It's very lackluster. And when I listened to the Clips' new album, and the new album just dropped, 7-Eleven, Let God Sort 'Em Out. That's the name of it, right? Yeah, Let God Sort 'Em Out. Think how much did it sell? And sales don't mean anything, in my opinion. Sales don't mean anything. But they're saying the first week, 90K, basically the equivalent, the album equivalent unit move. It was 90K essentially, or whatever. I don't know how you get 90K because everything pretty much right now is streaming. So that's why I say, like, all this stuff is made up. It's fake. It's not. I don't get it. But Let God Sort 'Em Out is number 4. Debuted at number 4 on the Billboard Top 200. I know there was a whole bunch of talk about the situation with this new Clips album. I believe they were on Def Jam. Now they're off Def Jam. Clips album, Def Jam, right? Like they ended up they were no okay. So what happened? They were on Def Jam, but they got dropped for having a verse on for Kendrick. They're having a verse with Kendrick on one of their songs, and that's the reason why UMG and Def Jam said that Kendrick needs to be taken off of this song that they got on the album. And the song is fire. The beat is fire. Overall, the beats are like, aight. Like, he got a few of them in the beginning. Of course, you hit them with the bangers. And the album is cool. Like, you start listening to it, okay, it's cool. But then it's like, after about like, a couple songs, it's like, all right, I'm cool. And shout out to Pharrell. I'm not hating on Pharrell. But yeah, you got to step it up production wise. And I could just tell everything was like Pharrell influenced, and not no hate, no shade. Kanye's dope too, but come on. I mean, we need something fresh. We need something hella fresh. But the hype behind this album, I think it was because of the fact that Def Jam dropped them. They went ahead and got with Roc Nation, and the Kendrick verse is what hyped this album up. If it wasn't for that, I don't think people would be even talking about this album like that. No offense, like my guy Black Dot said, these are some dope rappers. They're dope rappers. Y'all get it? Shout out to Black Dot. Yeah, dope rappers. That's what they are. And that I'm cool. It's even the Kendrick verse was kind of like, all right. No, the Kendrick verse was fire. It was fire. And when you really deep listen, I mean, they were all just taking shots at Drake. When you really listen to that song, that's what they were doing. They were taking shots at Drake. And I respect that. You gotta bury your enemies. You know what I'm saying? You take your enemies out 100%. And Drake and Clips, not fans of Kendrick. I mean, not fans of Drake. We know that. We already know that. But yeah, overall, that album is alright. It's not a classic like people are saying. I'm cool on. It's not a classic. Not a classic. Schoolboy Q's album was way more fire than that. Ab-Soul's last album was way more fire than that. But shout out to the Clips though. Not hating on the Clips. Got much respect for the Clips. They can spit. It's good to see them brothers is back doing their thing. Now, finally, where I'm gonna end up, because I didn't even know where I was gonna go with this conversation. I just basically was like, let me just get on here. I'm hearing a whole lot going on, and it's really nothing exciting. So me hitting y'all with the Wolf tickets once a week, it's hard for me to even just be like, nothing really exciting in hip hop anymore. I'll leave it with this. Klay Thompson, Meg Thee Stallion. They're in some type of, I don't know, relationship all of a sudden now. Klay Thompson, I'll say it like this. It's always a good thing. I don't know why it's not a rule in relationships where the last guy that a woman was with should be able to give a debriefing to the new guy. But if you ain't seen it, Klay Thompson, bro, run. That's all I really gotta say. And then I'm gonna just say a few things. I'm laughing at the situation with the Klay Thompson, Meg Thee Stallion. He's a ball player, something like that, right? There's a whole lot of I'm noticing there's a whole, even Ice Spice. She has an NFL guy, right? I'm noticing they put these rappers or these entertainers with these athletes. It's like I understand kind of now, and but it's diabolical. For instance, though, like look at Sierra. Sierra, no offense to Sierra, but you went from Bow Wow to 50 Cent to this person, the Future. And then you ended up with Russell, and they make a great power couple. That's cool, but you can kind of tell that was some made up. It was put together, because I don't think Russell wouldn't have been able to get in these certain doors if he didn't have like a wife, and Sierra basically fits for him. And it works. Cool. Now, where she was headed, I don't know. If she didn't get with Russell, I don't know how her life would have been. But just pay attention. I pay attention to all these celebrity relationships when it comes to the Klay Thompson, the Meg Thee Stallion, the sauce, what is it, Ice Spice in her guy, the Simone Biles and wait, hold on, they talking about Simone Biles got a BBL. Wait, what? Hold on. Her little thing. Okay, I'm looking at the Simone Biles before the surgeries, and then let me look at the after. Oh, okay, all right, yeah. She got, okay, damn. She got a little bubble on her now. That's pretty much it. And she is at the ESPYs. This is up the street at the ESPY Awards a couple of days back. Day before yesterday, right? Yeah, she's posing with I guess, is that her dude, Jonathan Owens? He look moist as a motherfucker, boy. But yeah, she got the little BBL. I guess she really didn't have no booty. She's a little tiny thing, I know she's real tiny, but okay, she got a little booty now. Shit, if she mess around and had a little baby, she naturally get that booty. But anyway, let me stop. But no, they put these people together. I'm realizing they put these people together. And I'll end it on this note because I'll talk about Nicki real quick. This Nicki Minaj crashing out on everybody. First off, she's going in on Jay and Desiree Perez of Roc Nation. She hates them, allegedly. She goes on Station Head and does a lot. She shared a few interesting posts that were putting Roc Nation CEOs, in the co-owners in a negative light. The Rymir situation. Rymir is a guy who's claiming that Jay-Z is his father, and he wants a DNA test, which if once that's done, it's supposed to be done today, or he's supposed to answer. Jay-Z is supposed to answer to that today. When that's out and about, and that's really like, hey, the Maury Povich results come in, you are the father. Oh man, it's gonna be diabolical. Everybody's gonna. I think this is really where the dominoes is gonna fall. It's already looking bad for Roc Nation. I think a lot more people are really peeping what's going on. Even Colin Kaepernick's ex, Nessa, she came out and she was like, look, y'all, behind the scenes, y'all really don't know what was popping. They talking about we was beyond kneeling. They ended up taking some deals, and that's what Nicki was saying too. It's like Nicki Minaj was like, y'all put this guy on a pedestal, y'all put that lady on a pedestal, but it's a lot of nefarious thing that goes on behind the scenes. And that's how I'm tying in these people in the entertainment industry that connect entertainers with athletes, and it's like they keep the money going. The Russell Wilson and the Sierra situation, that's just a thing where they just keeping the money going. Russell has a brand, Sierra has a brand. They have obligations, brand deals, etc. They're just keeping the money going. The Roc Nation situation, them tying in the sports, that just keeps the money going. That's pretty much how I'm looking at it. And Jay-Z and Desiree Perez, their image looks really bad. I mean, people should have been looking at them sideways from the jump anyway, simply for the fact that they both participated in genocide. And I'm not going to say allegedly, because the crack epidemic was genocide. It was an intentional genocide. If you ever sold crack, if you transported crack, if you've done things within the drug trade and you made money off of it, you participated in the genocide of Black Americans, because it mainly affected Black Americans. And people should have been looking at them from the jump like, yeah, these are drug dealers. These are drug transporters. Why are we putting these people on a pedestal? How are they able to make millions of dollars? But yeah, karma, the way God, the way the universe is working now, that karma is coming back on everybody. So we'll see how it all plays out. I'm sure when Maury Povich busts out and Jay-Z comes out and it's determined you are the father, everybody's gonna be looking at Jay Crazy. Everybody should have been looking at Jay Crazy. Everybody's gonna be looking at Jay Crazy though. And the NFL, let's see if they back him. I think the NFL just gonna, that's their guy. That's their guy. What my prediction is this: Desiree Perez situation with her daughter too, because her daughter is suing her for harassment and stalking and all types of crazy stuff. Y'all really got to look at the lawsuit. Nicki Minaj tweeted an interview that was done by Jaguar Wright and Demore Hadley, the CEO's daughter, and she just went on record and just blasted her. Tasha K did an interview with her as well. Wasn't as great, but that Tasha K interview seems like a lineup because now they're using that Tasha K interview and it being shared on Instagram and being tagged. It tagged the Roc Nation CEO's daughter in it, and they're like, oh well, we could throw contempt of court because we put a gag order on this woman, because they ended up putting a gag order on her. And they're just making it. If people ain't figured it out, Tasha K, man, y'all ain't figured it out. I'll just say it like that. That's all I'm gonna say. But we'll talk a little further about that. But shout out to Nicki Minaj. I mean, she's going in on SZA now. She's going in on Punch because of their I think it's just because of their affiliation with Jay-Z and Roc Nation. That's just me. But yeah, Nicki is going in. I ain't mad at Nick. But Nicki, you're an opportunist too. I'm gonna keep it a buck. This Wolftix Radio. And before I get out of here, Nicki, I done already said it. You disrespecting Malcolm X with that cover of your song you had years back called Looking Ass Nigga, and you had Malcolm X looking out the window with the shotgun. Just disrespectful. If I went and disrespected your hood, if I said something about Trinidad and Tobago, shout out to my Trinis. If I said something like Marsha Montano, that rumor that they talked about with Marsha Montano getting cum pumped out of his stomach, and I just perpetuated that would be very disrespectful to the island of Trinidad. But I keeps it a buck. I ain't got nothing against the Trinidadians or nothing like that. And I don't disrespect. But you make money off of us Black Americans, and you disrespected one of our greats. I don't know. Until you apologize to that, I don't know. I can't really. You to me, you're not one of the greats. Yeah, let's just let Ice Spice is still the king of New York. All right. But yeah, Nicki is on one right now, and she's using she's just using everything to throw at Roc Nation, because she essentially says Jay-Z owes her hundreds of millions of dollars for the title situation, for blocking her. She says even the same tactics that were used on the Roc Nation CEO's daughter to silence her, to intimidate her, to harass her, to stalk her, were done to her, Nicki. And that's her claim. She's saying that, and let that woman, the thing is we just let this woman get it off and do what she needs to do and say what she needs to say. Let's just see how it turn out. But she's crashing the F out. She is crashing out. Y'all seen years back, 2023, 2024, the crash out of Jaguar Wright and all that or whatever. It seemed like the tables have turned. Now you're seeing Nicki crashing out. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Wolftix Radio, dog. That's all I gotta say. I'll be back next week. I do this once a week now because it ain't really much to really cover. Wolf tickets, I ain't selling no Wolf tickets though. I'm selling nothing. Let me get my pod up so I can actually get some sponsorship so I can sell. Yeah. All right, y'all. Subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. Share. Y'all know what it is. Wolfgang Amadeus. We out.